the gifts and benefits register. I had a lot of questions about this in the last few days. And yes, some clarity I think needs to come around this. So in the rules of conduct, so in Schedule 1 of the Property and Stock Agents Regulation, so this has obviously been amended as of 23rd of March 2020, you've got to look at what the actual it says about that. And so it's rule number 21, and it actually states licensees and certificate holders, so that's every agent, are not to receive gifts or benefits over a certain amount. Now, at this point in time, the amount prescribed for the purposes of Section 53F of the Act is $60. Okay, that's interesting. That's the clarification. There's your rule. Okay, so there's a lot of discussion about, you can't, what if somebody wants to say thank you? What if, it has to be less than $60? And, is a bottle of champagne less than 60 or more than 60 or, depending on the quality of the champagne, I guess. We had that discussion in a group I was training last evening. Best place to get some clarity on this, and as I always say on a Wednesday afternoon in our Facebook Live, have a look at the Act. Well, the Act is telling you in Section 53F that it's $60. You want some more clarity? Go and have a look at the Fair Trading website. So on the Fair Trading website, you go into the housing and property section, you go into the acting as an agent, you go into the rules of conduct, and you find the rule of conduct of 21 about gifts and benefits, and there's a heading, gifts and benefits generally prohibited where there could be a conflict of interest. So there's some clarity around that. And it actually states, Section 53F of the Property and Stock Agents Act, it establishes a general prohibition on agents on receiving or requesting gifts or benefits for themselves or for other people in circumstances that could reasonably be considered as giving rise to a conflict of interest. So what does that mean? And what Fair Trading have done here, because it's probably much clearer to be able to say this does not apply. So what is a conflict of interest? They've said what it's not. So let's have a look at that. It actually says that it does not apply to anything provided by the agent's employer. So if you are the owner of the agency and you're giving one of your staff members a thank you gift, that's not a gift or benefit that gives rise to a conflict of interest. The second dot point there is the one that's really, really important. Okay, this one's actually saying anything provided, it does not apply to anything provided as part of an agency agreement or as a gift of thanks from a client for services provided under the agency agreement. So if your landlord, if you have signed up a landlord and they're giving you a thank you gift, if you have signed up a vendor and they are giving you a thank you gift, and or you've signed up a buyer and you are acting as a buyer's agent and they are giving you a thank you gift at the end of the deal, then yes, it still needs to go into your gifts and benefits register, which we'll talk about in a second. But, you should be putting in there, well, does it give rise to a conflict? No, it doesn't. It was a thank you gift under the actions of an agency agreement. So it does not apply to that. So if somebody, the example that I was given was, somebody who was given a necklace and as a thank you gift. And she was then told, oh, no, you can't accept that. Well, yes, you can, because it was from the vendor who was saying, thank you for doing a fabulous job. The vendor was absolutely ecstatic with the job that was done by this particular agent. And therefore, look at that. They've been given a thank you gift. Fair Trading website clearly states that it does not apply in that situation. Therefore, this agent can continue to wear her beautiful, gold and diamond necklace that she was given by her jeweler. Wouldn't we all like a jeweler as a client when we're selling and leasing properties? But anyway, very lucky agent and obviously did a really good job and was given thanks for that. The third dot point where it does not apply is when it's less than $60 value. Okay, so the new supervision guidelines under the new Property and Stock Agents Act and regulations that, again, I keep saying that we got on the 23rd of March. So this is about the reforms. It requires principal licensees, so licensees in charge, to maintain a register of gifts and benefits received by agents, okay, and that are employed within that agency. So really easy. Obviously, digitally, keep this Excel spreadsheet, however you want to do it, on your database, whatever you're doing, the date, the gift, who it was from, what it's kind of valued at, and, your last column would be, perceived or real conflict of interest. And, no, it was a gift from a client under an agency agreement. There you go, done. So, moving on from that. So, guys, be careful. This is more about, you have an agreement with the local mortgage broker or the local school who, gives you a thank you. Whereas, let's just go to the mortgage broker example. And this could easily be said for financial planners, for solicitors, for, accountants. All along there, they refer you a client or they come and take the whole team out for lunch, clearly worth more than $60. And then at that point, they've gone, well, you'll continue sending us business. So continue sending us people to get loans, continue sending us people for which we'll do their conveyancing process. So it's about, is there a perceived conflict? Yeah, well, there may well be. Who's the client here? So you do need to consider that. But remember that it does not apply when it's part of it. It's anything provided as part of an agency agreement as a gift of thanks from a client that is within an agency agreement with you. So just remembering that.